plucking an eyebrow even exceeding limits. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As I mentioned earlier in my previous lectures, maybe you can search on YouTube or on Google, it is allowed to make an eyebrows only. Now this is a point when the hair of your eyebrows are exceeding the limits, like for example it's going across here and going here or going here, getting an exceeding limit. But this is a shape. If the hairs are going up, it is allowed just to label them. Now this is the thing, you have to understand something. I'm talking about label. Label means, like for example, the hair goes here and the hair is going up to here. So if we have this, so this is maybe I cannot see, but this is the label of the real eyebrows. So if the hair goes up to here and it is allowed to make a cutting and make it just like an equal. But then if you try to make it shaping, like making it more thin and trying to pluck it, trying to give a good shape, that is haram. This was the Prophet ﷺ said, plucking the eyebrows, they will not the smell of the Jannah, they will not go to the Jannah, and they consider as a fahish woman, because this is not something like an Islamic. Because those women who has a taqwa, those sisters who has a taqwa, the first priority for them they have the first concern is to please Allah, not to please the world. So it is allowed to do your eyebrows only when the hair has been exceeding, and you can just label them. But then if you start making a shaping and you making it too much thin over here, and you try to making a shaping over here, this is haram. There's no justifications about it. This is not allowed in Islam. This is haram. And also those women who are being making videos on YouTube and doing a vlogging, all these things, they are totally haram. This is not allowed to do that. But you're allowed to do something what is reasonable, and the hairs are getting exceeding limits, you can just label them up, not something you start labeling and you bringing more down and you push from the downside and making good shape. That is something falls into what is forbidden by the Prophet ﷺ said, those women who pluck. Now those women who pluck and those women who are working in the parlor business or the job, they fall into the same category, who are doing for the other woman. It's not allowed in Islam. You're strictly going against the Allah and you're going against the Prophet ﷺ.